Greens everyone, and Grade here for another Advanced Wars by Web replay. Spawn on the north side is the Green Moon Sasha, we got Mordio. Spawn on the south side is a Purple Lightning StarFlash, or Javier, we got StarFlash250. This map is a 3-base map, 1 seaport, 1 airport. This seaport, let's see, 1 compound on both sides, so Javier's effectively going to get additional 10% defense. But to be frank, his more powerful aspect I've been starting to more appreciate more against Custom is his indirect defense. His indirect defense effectively nullifies your opponent's possibility of deploying out artillery. Because if you combine that with the 1 comm tower, you effectively have plus 30% indirect defense. And you're not going to take much damage with that much extra defense there. Recon Rush interrupts this capture, very nice. Of course, we could see retaliation from Javier. And when it comes to these 2 seals as well, of course, that Mark Crash helped deny Tower Shield and Tower of Power. But since those are not super powerful seal powers, it's effectively giving an additional plus 10% offense defense with a 1 comm tower, with of course acting power and super power, so it's effectively plus 20 and plus 30. Not super powerful, so this actually may be a matchup where War Bonds is possible. Not necessarily great. Tank deployed on the field, another recon. Javier's recon straightforward. Gotta avoid this tank. Yes, it does. He may counter his own tank. Over on this side, could eye for artillery. There's a number of mountains in order to help cover the range of artillery. Of course, there's always battleships, which Sasha should not be going battleships against Javier. It'll at least provide a pretty good firepower at least. I don't know how ineffective battleships are versus Javier. Oh, looks like Javier does commit base skip and goes for tank infantry. 9,000 versus 11,000 income. Sasha does, of course, get plus 10% income, which is very powerful. A lot of captures by Javier. Hits that infantry unit twice. May lose a tank there. He's probably going to go for a tank here, but that's still be out of range. So he's going to be sacking a tank for, don't think enough gain, honestly. Tank, infantry. Yeah, looks like he's going to be sacking a tank. This tank's coming along the flank. Does get a good shot there. I suppose defense did come out. The extra 10% defense actually did pay out quite a bit there. I was effectively taking a shot on top of a unit on top of a city. Javier does have a good day-to-day passive. Does take a shot from open road. Machine gun shot there from infantry unit there. Another pair of infantry units there on the strong side. Interrupts capture there. Marker crash is available. Tank there. Pops marker crash immediately. It does fully sap the charge there. Probably got some shots there before engaging to help put away more power charge. Of course, she does get plus 10. Excuse me. Battlecopter, tank, commit, base skip, and infantry. There's a coin flip. What happens right here? 5 capture progress remaining, so it does get interrupted even further. Interrupts that capture as well. Use the tank to take out the tank. Hits the infantry unit twice. Both players have 14 properties. Of course, Sasha has more income. Make that 15 now. Some good hits there. Infantry, and tank. Leaving 5,000 in the bank. 41,000 versus 55. So they're staying pretty neck and neck, but got a nice double tap there on the tanks. We have now a tower shield available if he wants an additional defense. which could be used to help protect himself from this tank here. But he will be taking out that double tap in that tank there means he is going to let this property get captured, which probably could have took the shot from this force there to not allow that to happen. So that may have been an oversight. Looks like he does go ahead and trap this tank here, at least from this side. He can still escape down this way. Don't know if that'll do any good. Has to recon twice and thrice, because the 1 health tank did not finish it off. Battlecopter straight forward. Large amount of mountain tops there, so it looks like it is staying out of range of the ETR, so good placement. Battlecopter, or no, tank, so triple tanks. Javier could pop Tower Shield. He probably should eye the pop power or superpower sooner rather than later. He does pop it immediately. So he has additional +20 this turn. Try to flip that property, gets a good shot on that one there. Oh, does do a bit of a join there. Tank has 10,000 funds remaining. Gets up that infantry in there. And get some good shots and not take it out just yet. Finish off that one. Finish off that one. Tank infantry. Sasha's got to be a bit careful. She's going to be dealing with 30% extra defense all across Javier's units. Which is something that even Lash... wow, I just realized something. Javier's power is better than Lash's superpower in some aspects. Yeah, Javier is just much... The more I look at Javier, the better he is, looks like. I'm just always surprised at how well Javier does. On paper, it doesn't sound like much, but he is... Every time I look at him, he's better. Tank infantry. Because after all, Javier just got plus 30% of defense with that, and plus on total... On all of his effects, he got plus 30% defense in total, plus 20% offense. Or 30% defense. I'm probably butchering all my terminology. But one comm tower, he is actually somewhat comparable to Lash. Tank infantry. Granted, it's probably not a 1-1 comparison, but still. And looks like this property will be captured next turn. And the Battlecopter finds another good spot away from the ATR. Of course, it can't get any shots off in that spot. And it's basically playing Ring Around the Rosie with the mountain, so it's not doing much. Medium tank, infantry. Storing up power charge is a good idea. Looks like a 16,000 versus 16 properties versus 15 properties. 16,000 versus 16,500. And this seaport's almost captured as well. Fully surrounds the Battlecopter and puts the ETR in a good position to help engage it. And I see no way of that Battlecopter escaping, so it's probably best to take a shot against the tank on the plains. Rather than the 9 health tank on the forest. Because it'd be 18 defense versus 10% defense. Though Tower Shield or his passive also makes the defense even greater. Does go for Mark Crash there. Does crash quite a bit. Sasha has good core tanks here. Javier may need to go for medium tank to help stabilize this region. Good hits on this tank there. Javier's pretty close to a Tower Shield. Medium tank over here. Got an artillery piece. There's a number of mountain tops for the artillery to hide behind as well. There's shot that infantry there from the city. This tank should probably just keep its distance. There's too many tanks nearby. Hits the Battlecopter. If he has the possibility of popping Tower Shield, it'd probably be a good idea to pop it. Tank infantry to help resist the counterattack, but right now these two tanks I think are way too exposed. Both these tanks could get double tapped. Nope, got another mark crash immediately. She only has 12,000 funds in bank, so it's not a great marker crash. This map is a little bit economically sparse. We've got some disputable neutral properties in the field, and Javier has got these two properties over here as well. We'll hit the artillery. It will be able to shell the medium tank next turn. And Javier is taking quite a bit of beating. 93 versus 67 with 15,000 bank, so he's about a turn behind. Interrupts the capture, can interrupt both these captures. Did not take a shot at the medium tank, we'll take a both the things there. Put the 1 health infantry in there to block the path of the medium tank, very nice. Good shots on that tank, good shots on that tank as well. More crashes 700 funds out of 28, so there's argument he can hold on to it. What's he gonna hold on to it? Tank infantry. Does take out that tank there, trying to flip it now. Does see the medium tank in range of the artillery piece. Of course, they only be hit by regular tanks there, so it's not gonna be great. Tank infantry. Pops the tower shield. Artillery's this infantry there. 3 capture marks remaining, so it's not interrupted. This infantry unit may be interrupted. It did, and actually somehow survived. How did it survive? Excuse me one moment. I would assume... It doesn't show the 2... It doesn't show the 2%, so what's the chance of 2%? 8 to 9. So this thing must be at full 10% in order, or she rolled low and it was at 9% health. It barely survived. I'm just sort of surprised this thing survived. It's like, of all the mathematical calculations, how did that survive? We'll be able to interrupt the capture over here. Tank infantry. 1 capture box remaining and does get fully joined, so needs to fully wipe it out. Needs to be fully stopped. Does get some critics there on these infantry there. Tank on tank. Of course, there's a bit of a choke point, but thanks to extra defense, the tank did weather the storm. This 5 health tank maybe will take up the 5 health infantry unit there. But of course, this 9 health tank will have to move out of the way. Maybe take a strike against this tank. Artillery, tank, infantry. So she is going for artillery piece. It's going to have trouble, though we'll have good coverage. Takes the recon, hits the tank there. Hits the infantry on the mountaintop. Artillery gets a good shot there on the medium tank. She's going to go for the medium tank rather than trying to interrupt the capture. He cannot interrupt it. Or fully stop it, I should say. Let's move battle copter down south. Tank infantry. Battlecopters will be useful. There's a lot of mountaintops on this map. A lot of one-tile choke points. So battlecopters do play quite an important role to able to flank and able to hit a choke point from the side and actually flank it. Oh, got a more crash there. And starting to capture the despicable neutral property. 16 properties each at the moment. Medium tank does fall back. Or tank anti-air infantry. It's those targets there. That tank gets double tapped. This one could be finished off by the 4 health tank. I flip that property, gets a good hit there on the infantry unit there. We'll get another shot onto it. So I flip that property once again, hits the regular tank there, pops the tower shield, making it so Sasha's counterattack will be not as effective. I think that was a good call for the tower shield. See, the front lines are smashing each other. That extra defense will go a long way, or make his units go a longer way. 82,000 versus 75, so Sasha's about a half turn behind. Does capture property. Interrupts that capture slightly. Medium tank straight forward. These tanks are taking a pounding. Mech tank infantry. Market crash now available. Medium tank infantry. Picks off some wounded tanks there. Market crash gets popped. Another mech. Battlecopter infantry. Instead of 90,000, Javier starts turning to 72, so it's starting to fall slightly behind. Mech is a good strike there. Artillery does tag the medium tank again. Finish off that unit there. Tank will strike anti-air. Tank will strike anti-air. Tank will strike tank. These wounded vehicles and tanks just sticking around far longer than normally do. And this has been a strict brawl with everything. All these wounded tanks are just actually fighting far beyond their lifespan. You have this infantry unit there trying to flip the property. Medium tank and range the medium tank. It's also on top of the road, so it's not great there. But it's a 7 health tank there, which could be shelled by another 4 health artillery shot. Does win the coin flip there. Does get 2 points of damage on that battlecopter. Pulls back up here. Infantry, tank, infantry, and battlecopter. 84,000 for 74. Javier is starting to stabilize. Good tank conflict. Great maneuvers there by Javier. Finish off a good number of tanks. Even the medium tanks charge way forward. It'd be a good idea to pop Tower Shield. Does pop Tower Shield. We'll have 9 health medium tank to strike him, plus nearby battlecopter. He needs the extra defense. 4 health artillery will be helping. And it has done decent work at 4 health. Don't get me wrong. Interior infantry tank. Got a couple of mechs there, which if he pushes forward and interrupts to capture that infantry unit there, it will be in range of a mech. Does strike the tank there. Interior is a little bit far behind. Infantry, tank, infantry. Does interrupt the capture, put an infantry unit nearby. Will not be able to join capture. Another mark crash available. Javier takes a first strike against the medium tank, trying to take the momentum in his direction. And has a mech and artillery to help support him out afterwards. Infantry, tank. Does strike the tank thrice. Mark crash summon. Does not fully get the power charge, but got good enough on. Hits the mech while at it. Interrupts the capture. Mech is a good strike there on that tank. Tank, infantry, tank. 17,600 income versus 18,000, so Javier is doing better income, and there's 2 properties. 10 capture, both of them have 10 capture progress remaining. Battlecopter will be knocked out. It's another battlecopter row. Takes out both these units. Artillery strikes the tank there. And does clear a path to the medium tank, but nothing to go to the medium tank. Interrupts the capture. Hits this mech twice. Needs more infantry units over here. Join captures. Join tanks. Strikes tanks. And continues capturing. Tank, infantry, tank. We've got 2 possible captures next turn for Javier, and Sasha can't really spare resources to stop it. Got 1 point of damage, just 5 capture progress remaining, so that was not interrupt. That was interrupt. Now the full stop. Hits the tank there, hits the infantry unit there. The tank does strike the artillery. Tank, infantry. 63,000 for 71, so Javier has more than a full turn in his favor. Fully captured profit there, 1960, 16,500. We got now Tower Shield now activated. Trying to capture the seaport, which he could eye for a battleship, which would be very difficult for Sasha to deal with. Okay, strike the mech there. The mechs are. This mech is actually out of ammo. This one has 1 ammo. Tank infantry, so that's when we deal with mechs, you just simply get rid of the ammo. And Sasha does go ahead and resign his grade, saying, "Thank you for watching, and on to the next replay."